Good evening and welcome to our special coverage of the 2024 United States election right here on KOWTV. This is Africa Focus and my name is Maurice Mbogwa. Now, Americans are casting their votes in one of the most historic elections in recent memory, with the potential to break new grounds on multiple fronts. At the top of the Democratic ticket, Vice President Kamala Harris stands on the cusp of history. If elected alongside Governor Walz, she becomes the United States' first woman president and the first person of both South Asian and African American heritage to hold that office, a milestone that would redefine what the highest levels of leadership look like in America. For many, this rise would represent not only progress for gender and racial equality, but also a significant cultural shift as the U.S. embraces increasingly diverse leadership. On the Republican side, former President Donald Trump is attempting an unprecedented comeback, seeking to return to the White House after a term away. No one in recent or modern history has achieved this, and the last president to do so was Grover Cleveland over a century ago. Trump's campaign is testing the strength of his movement and influence within the Republican Party itself, as well as his unique appeal to voters. If successful, Trump would set a new standard in American politics, becoming the first former president in recent history to reclaim the presidency after a break. This is the story. Take a look.
For the first time in history, the United States could see a woman president in office.
Let's fight for it, let's vote for it, and together, let us write the next great chapter in the most extraordinary story ever told.
Vice President Kamala Harris is running alongside Governor Tim Walz on the Democratic ticket, and she would become the first woman and the first person of both South Asian and African American descent to lead the nation if elected. This potential breakthrough represents not just a shattering of the glass ceiling, but also a reflection of the growing diversity in American politics. In the Republican camp, former President Donald Trump is vying for a remarkable comeback. After serving as the 45th president, Trump is running again after a single term away from office, a feat only accomplished once before by Grover Cleveland in the late 19th century. Trump's return bid is a test not just of his personal popularity, but also of his enduring influence over the Republican Party, which has evolved significantly since his first term. This election also comes at a time of intense partisan divides and rising concerns over election integrity and security.
Many of the left are even pushing for illegal aliens to vote in our elections, which is what this is all about. That's why they're allowing up to 20 million people since he took office. When I was president, we built over 500 miles of border wall, stopped the flood of criminals, and we had the safest border in the history of our country. We need to secure our border once again. We need to secure our border once and for all.
Millions of voters are casting their ballots amid increased misinformation and heightened public skepticism about the electoral process itself. For many Americans, today's vote isn't just about choosing a candidate, it's a referendum on the direction of democracy in the United States. At the state level, we're also seeing a record number of women and candidates from diverse backgrounds on the ballot. This is shaping up to be the most diverse midterm election in US history. States like Michigan, Nevada, and Arizona are seeing a significant influx of Latino, Asian, and Indigenous candidates who are reshaping the political landscape and bringing new perspectives to state and local offices. This election could also mark a historic shift in the balance of power in Congress. Both parties are fighting intensely to gain control of the Senate and the House. With issues like healthcare, the economy, and reproductive rights at stake, voters are poised to shape not only the legislative agenda, but also the checks and balances that will impact future presidencies. And in several states, landmark ballot initiatives are drawing national attention. Voters in states like Ohio and South Dakota are making historic decisions on issues such as reproductive rights, marijuana legalization, and minimum wage increases. The results of these votes could have ripple effects nationwide as states take up issues stalled at the federal level.
As polls close and results begin to roll in, we are watching history in the making. Whether tonight brings a breakthrough for Kamala Harris running alongside Tim Walz, a return for former President Trump, or shifts in Congress and across states, the outcomes of this election will shape the future of the United States of America. Thank you for joining us for this special election day coverage. We will be back with updates on every key development. This is Africa Focus. My name is Maurice Mbugua. Thank you for watching.